Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Wright. I am a teacher at Kane Elementary School, and next year I will be at Kane Elementary School as well. And I am here today to teach you about the parts of a plant. Plants have internal, so that means inside, parts that help them grow and survive. They also have external, outside parts to help them grow and survive. Today we are going to learn about the external parts of a shrub or bush. Okay, these external parts are similar to the external parts on a tree, and they work the same way. So we are going to talk about roots, a trunk or stem, branches, and leaves. Those are external parts on the plant on the outside that help it grow and survive. So I'm in my garden today looking at one of my bushes. This is called a burning bush. It's also known as a shrub. A shrub is another word for bush. And we're going to look at the roots first. The roots are an external part of the plant that we can see. So if I move some of this mulch and soil, which is the dirt, we can see the root of this plant going into the ground. The roots help suck up water to keep the plant hydrated so that it can grow. They also help suck up nutrients or vitamins and minerals from the soil or dirt to help the plant grow. The roots also keep the plant in the ground so it's not blowing all over the yard. Thank goodness. Next, we are going to talk about the plant's trunk. The trunk, or large stem, of this shrub is very strong and keeps the plant growing upright towards the sun. Plants grow towards the sun for a very specific reason, and that is because these leaves need to absorb or take in light from the sun in order for the plant to make its own food. So these leaves are another part of the plant that have a very important job. The leaves capture the sunlight so that the plant can make its own food. The plant uses water, nutrients or vitamins from the soil, as well as sunlight and air for the leaves to make sugar for the plant to grow. Okay. Next we have these branches. The branches are these sticks that come out of the trunk. Each one of these is a branch on this bush or shrub. These branches allow the plant to spread out nice and wide. There are so many branches that this bush can get really wide so that it can be covered in leaves. The more branches the shrub has, the more leaves it can have to capture the sunlight in order to grow better. So the branches hold the leaves and allow the plant to spread out to capture as much sunlight as possible to make its own food. Now, what do you think would happen if a deer came or some animal came and ate all of these leaves off of this bush? And they were unable to grow back because every time they grew back, the animal would come right away and eat them all off. What do you think would happen to this bush? Did you say it would die? You're right. It would not be able to grow. If something was eating the leaves and they were not able to grow back, the plant would not survive. So the leaves are a very important part. Also, we have the bark. The bark is an external part of the plant that is on the trunk. So the bark is this outside layer on the trunk. Sometimes you can pull off little pieces, but the bark is very thick and strong. I can't pull all of this off. The bark is to protect the inside or the internal part of the plant. So the bark protects the inside from getting wet, so the water only gets sucked up through the roots, and the plant can stay dry inside except for those pathways that carry the water. The bark also protects from a lot of insects. Most bugs cannot get through this bark to eat the plant and damage it. So the bark helps the plant stay protected and strong so that it can survive. Thank you for coming to my garden to learn about plant parts. Stay tuned for directions on what you will do to respond to this video.